Okay, so we just had Avi by Elektra. Cold kid. And Ben Reilly. And he did say that we could open them on stream so we could take a look at them. So here's Ben Reilly. We're going to do him first. So the trick with these, if you want, he doesn't want the box, so he doesn't really care. And the box actually has a little bit of an intro already, so no big deal. But the way to open these, so that you can kind of reuse them or like slip them back into the box, is you open them from the bottom, because it does have a little opening here. I don't know if I'm still on screen. Yeah, sure. There's a little opening here that you can see. So if you slide it up, oh, they changed these. Oh no, they didn't. Oh well. You can slide that up and over, and then go back in the hole and slide this over. And now you can kind of like lift the tray. The problem with these new boxes is that they put a panel over this, so it actually, you need like a different method for this. So you actually need to go over that insert here and get it to like that corner. We're learning on the fly here, guys. Also isn't the sharpest knife. Neither am I. There we go. So then you can kind of get it to the point where we can just kind of pull the tray out. But once you can reach that tray, you need a little bit of work on the corners though. These are not the same as they used to be. Watch as I cut myself. Anything. See how that goes. Maybe if we just pull this back. I mean, yeah, we're just destroying the start at this point. It used to be, before they like paneled it over, you could just kind of work it to the point where you can slide the tray out. So that kind of works, but this is way too much more damage than I wanted. Like, we might have another example. No, I guess it's just been a while. But that at least is, you can get better at that as time goes on. I haven't done it in a while, so I'm a little rusty, but there's your Ben Reilly. All that for that. And then what I recommend for people, because a lot of people will like break stuff out the package because they're like ham-fisted and stuff. I always like to do like a little leg kick out and get the limbs out first. So if I can get his feet out first, just get the foot out first and go with like individual limbs. This one is a little more tricky as I run into issues while I do stuff because we do have this toe articulation here. So you want to be careful with any of the Spider-Men and maybe not grab that and maybe just go with like more of a side thing. And then you would think, let's just rip them out. But I like punching the arms out too, just in case. Just in case. Plus this one's got a bulbous head. So there we go. Now we got Ben Reilly. And he's out of the packaging. So already he wants to do his splits. So he's got decent splits on him. Yeah, I try not to do that because I don't. This is very smooth the way this articulates. You want to get it to that first articulation point right there. And then go and do the hinge on the knee. So there's your double jointed pinless knees right there on him. he has this swivel here on his leg. Sorry, I'm making sure that I'm on screen still. And then the toes, and then the swivel here, and then you can do that more. I don't want to over articulate this because this is obvious now. There's a good look at that big-eyed Ben Reilly. I think it might be. The only thing that I can't confirm on it is because I've never opened it. It does have this swivel here. Like I said, I don't want to overdo it because that's up to Avi. And I don't want to create any paint rub here, so I don't really want to do the shoulders as much. But it has your butterflies there. And it's just nice. I want to do one of the elbows because I haven't done a pinless elbow yet. So there's a pinless elbow right there. And then it can go slightly higher up, but I guess it is double, but it's just a little bit on that second. Then your wrists and everything. So that is a pinless Ben Reilly right there. Already ready for action. Yeah, that looks good. I like the way that looks. Patrick Gleason Spidey art. That's a good call out. Definitely. I also like the dark look here. I always like the way that Ben Reilly was black. Like, I have this one over here, which I never opened. This is the retro carded one. So if you want to get like a little comparison going for those two. So see, he has the big black spider, but he has so much more blue. He has all the blue on him. This is, we're giving him all black and red. And these are painted webs. They're not like inset or outset. They are painted. So they didn't do the ridging on that. And they said something interesting this weekend about how people ask for more Spidey hands, more Spidey hands, more Spidey hands. They said that one of the reasons you're not getting as many Spidey hands as you want is because doing the webbing on the hands, now this is a cheap answer, but at least it's an answer. Doing the webbing on the hands actually does increase the cost. So if you were to get a deluxe Spidey, it would be a deluxe Spidey. Like if you got all the hands and all the accessories that you wanted. So that's why we're seeing this trend of, oh, Spidey doesn't have enough hands, Spidey doesn't have enough accessories. There is a monetary value behind those hands. You would think they have enough hands by now that they could just make hands, but it's that extra step of doing the deco on the hands, which is what some of the guys on the team said, that does prevent that from happening. So even if you have the molds for the hands, there's still an extra element to that. Now, listen, Hasbro has been very cheap over the last couple years. So I am not making any excuses for them. I think that it's nonsense. I think that they can probably just figure out a way to give people the accessories that they should be getting. But, you know, it is what it is. It's an answer. Like I said, it's not an answer that most of us would like to accept. Especially since the price of the figures is going up. But nevertheless, that is what they're going with on that. So there you go. Now, hopefully we'll have a little bit easier time with this Elektra now that we've done this. See, now I punched right through there, right? Because I knew to go right in front. So this will be a little bit cleaner. I don't think that we're going to have as much of an issue. Yeah. See, now that is just going to probably slide right out. No, hold on. You need a little bit on the corner. You got to cut a little bit of the corner or else it won't raise out the way you want it to. You got to, like, come up a little bit. Okay. He gets at least one of the corners. Yeah, I have one of the corners. I'll probably just shimmy my way to the right on it. There we go. So that one isn't as bad. I think that you could definitely perfect that technique, but that's not as bad. Our left side almost looked completely untouched. Our right side does have the little bit of slit there, but you could slide that Elektra back into that packaging and you would only have issues on the bottom. And that version of it, that version of me doing it, and if I had a razor blade and I wasn't trying to do video at the same time, you can make it look pretty good. So people that are worried about taking things out of retro card, yes, you are opening it. Yes, that is an issue in and of itself. But we were able to get her out there and keep the card intact for the most part. Here's the Reds match. Yeah, and then they keep changing things up. But, you know, if they're going to change things for the better in the long run, then it is what it is. You know, you're going to have to buy your... We didn't get a Tiger Stripe Wolverine for a long time, and now we're going to get another one when we literally just got one last year. But that's the pinless one, so that'll be the upgrade, you know? All right, there's your size. So once again, the way that we're doing this is I want her legs out first. It's a little bit easier with her because she doesn't have that extra articulation point that I'm looking to avoid. She also is a thinner figure. My biggest concern would be her hair back here probably. So once again, let's just get her arms out, push from behind, push from behind. Now we can get her head out. And they didn't feed. Oh, she's loose. They didn't feed. What they usually do is they feed the cape part or whatever, any of these sash parts. They would feed them through the back of the plastic, but they didn't do that with this one. So that was not too hard getting her out. Now, let's take a look at her. So she is pinless. She is pinless on the legs and on the arms. She has okay waist, but not that extra articulation point that we got on the Widow. The elbow, yeah, you got an extra elbow there. Hold on. It's back here. So look at that. Especially with someone that's going to be using size as a weapon. That's nice right there, that you have that extra articulation point on the elbow. I'm pretty happy with that. I can already see that she's going to look dope like that. Like, let's see. Let's get her pushing this way. Her head, the articulation is a little bit limited by this piece. So you're not going to be able to get her to move up and down as much as you would want her to. But you can get her into a nice pose. I like with sai, anytime you're using a sai, get them into like a nice sideways pose, a sai sideways pose. So see, even if you get her to balance on her foot right here, that could work. And then get her with the sai. This clearly has the hands. We can slide the sais in between the fingers. So we've already got her like that. And then you can maybe get one. I always like to go with like a little reverse sai. So maybe she could like be buckling it that way, like that. And now we've got a decent pose on her that you can, you know, fix and make it so that you can stand with her better and all that stuff. But right out of the packaging, it didn't take us long to get her into a cool pose like that. She could be bouncing like this, get a little kick out there, throw her on a kickstand, get her doing like a drop kick, something like that. Roundhouse, you know, whatever the fuck you want to do. But that's nice. That is a nice looking figure. That's cool. I like that it's pinless. I like that I have double jointed elbows on a female character. These sashes are in positions that I, for the most part, like. This belt is loose here, so you can kind of move it as you want to. Maybe if you want to get in a specific, to stay in a specific place, you could throw a little putty on there. But I think it's going to kind of just fall where it wants to, and then you'll be good. Yeah, that's cool. 35 on neck and April. I probably would not go that low, Spawn Deadpool, but I would certainly pull her out and figure out a deal for you. So that is Elektra and Ben Reilly. Thank you, Avi, for grabbing those. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to take a look at them on stream. I definitely think that I will be grabbing this Elektra for my personals. I don't necessarily know if I need the Ben Reilly. I mean, I like collecting all the Spider-Men, so maybe eventually I'll grab one. I think that the Elektra is really nice though, especially when we get that new Daredevil that they just announced in the Marvel Knights wave. I think that he'll look really good on the shelf with her. Even if you have them fighting each other, where he's got that sword and all that shit. So those are those two. Avi, these are yours. So enjoy that. Yeah, those will go out to you. So there's kind of a way to. I mean, listen, we learned a little bit on the fly the best way to open these packaging. I think that we did a better job with the Elektra packaging than we did the Ben Reilly. I did not anticipate that I needed to be in front of these extra little things, but that's those thicker cards that they've been doing the last couple of years. But now we know if we want to slide this back into the packaging, we can make it look good. Yeah, I think that's a decent little preview of what you're getting with these types of figures. Yeah, so if you guys are interested in more of that, we're going to try to work some more reviews and unboxings into both our Whatnot streams and our multicast streams for YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. So enjoy. This is Joebba's Palace. Thanks for watching. Multicast streams for YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. So enjoy. This is Joebba's Palace. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it.